What is up, guys? This is DJB. Today we're going to be doing something very, very different on the channel today. Today, we're going to be reviewing the Apple iPhone 11. Let's check it out. Side note, I will be posting an iPhone 11 and iPhone XR comparison very soon. So if you're looking out for that comparison, definitely please subscribe it. It is not subscribe, it is subscribe it to the channel. You give this video a huge thumbs up. So here it is, guys, the iPhone 11. My wife really wanted it in the green color. However, she was not willing to wait until October. We waited a little too long to pre-order it, so she did end up going with the white, just like her previous iPhone XR. I mean, it's a very, very nice color. So as you're seeing right now, my wife would murder me if I did not allow her to peel off the plastic on her own iPhone, which this is hers. So as you're seeing her, manicured nails here, those are not mine. She is peeling that off for her own satisfaction. So we're going to allow her to have this moment. The storage options for iPhone 11 are 64 gigabytes, 120 gigabytes, and 256 gigabytes. This specific model is the 128. I always like to say that you should go with the mid-tier model. The reason is you don't have the lowest amount of storage available, but you also necessarily have the highest. I mean, unless you have a lot of pictures, videos, like you're shooting 4K, things that take up a lot of storage, 128 is definitely that sweet spot. And I will say this, not a lot of people do know this, but when your storage hits close to where it is going to be completely full, your iPhone will act up. The iPhone 11 comes in black, green, yellow, purple, product red, which is a beautiful color. I mean, all of these are beautiful colors, and of course, white. It looks more white on camera, to be honest. It has more of almost like a cream to it, to be honest with you. But it is very, very sleek, smooth on the back. As you can see, we have the two dual cameras now instead of the singular camera lens that was on the iPhone XR. So jumping into the box, as you can see, of course, comes with the iPhone 11. You get your typical design by Apple in California, with the stickers and all that you like to put on your car. I don't think anyone puts them on a car anymore. It comes with your typical 5-watt Apple charger. Unfortunately, the 11 models do not come with the fast charging power brick that the Pro models come in. A lot of people have that comment that they definitely have to throw out there. I completely understand. But maybe eventually Apple will hear us and include the fast charging brick in all of their models. It comes with the Apple earphones that connect via the Lightning port on your Apple iPhone and your typical USB to Lightning charging cable. Now, first impressions of the phone, everything is exactly the same as the previous model XR. They have updated the Face ID to pick up your face in wider angles, and also with it being on your desk, and it works a little bit faster. But other than that, still the same Face ID. However, they have updated the front sensor. It is still the 7 megapixel sensor, but when you turn it sideways, it becomes the 12 megapixel sensor. So this packs the liquid retina LCD compared to the Pro models, which they have the Super. The Pro models have the Super Retina XDR display. It still comes with a true tone display, so the colors will be very true to color depending on your environment. The pixel resolution is 1792 by 828, and it has a PPI of 326. So coming to the back of the iPhone, we now have dual 12 megapixel wide and ultra wide cameras on the back of the iPhone 11. The ultra wide has a 2.4 aperture and a 120-degree field of view, which is pretty damn awesome. And then your typical wide just has a 1.8 aperture, but again, still very great for pictures outside, pictures of your dog, your food. We love taking pictures of our food. It's normal. Optical zoom is 2 times, and you still have the 5 times digital zoom after that. One thing to also be excited about with this new model is slow fees. I'm not going to be saying that often, but Apple, and they're actually trying to trademark that right now, if you didn't know. So slow fees, what you're able to do is you're now able to do slow motion video with your front facing camera, and that enables you to do slow fees. So get out your fans, put it in front of you, and record away, because now you can have your wind blowing through the air. It's slow motion. Like with the previous models, again, you can do 4K video recording. There's optical image stabilization when you're recording, which allows for smoother recording. But what is new with the camera is night mode. That is right, night mode is pretty awesome. What you're able to do with night mode is if you are in a pitch dark environment, your camera will be able to automatically enable night mode, which will be able to still see your object like there's lights in the room, essentially. And it's pretty darn awesome. The iPhone 11 is indeed packing the Apple A13 chip, which is the predecessor of the A12. I haven't done any benchmarks as of yet, but I'm curious to see how much stronger this is compared to the A12 chip. I don't believe there's going to be much of a difference, but A13, of course, brings a lot of efficiencies when it comes to battery life, processing power, a whole lot of things. As for the battery in this model, the battery lasts an hour longer than the iPhone XR did, and as we all may or may not know, the iPhone XR was a beast when it comes to battery life. So you're going to be on this phone pretty much all day, every day, without meaning to really charge it that much. What is new with the iPhone 11 and also the 11 Pro models is that it now has spatial audio playback. This allows the audio to be heard in a very great way compared to the previous models. Again, the audio wasn't pretty much bad with the older models, but of course they did improve that. Instead of the audio just being in front of you, it now kind of goes around you, so you can hear it a lot clearer. Apple did not touch on this too much, but the new models of the iPhones do come with a U1 chip. And what this chip does, it allows the iPhones to precisely locate and communicate with other U1 chip enabled devices. Like as it started with the iPhone 7, this phone is water resistant. This has an IP68 rating, which means it is resistant up to 30 minutes in 2 meters of liquid. Essentially, anything past that, it could become damaged to your phone. Apple does say that the glass that they now use on this model is a bit more durable than the previous models. I feel like that's always the case, but we're gonna give that with the benefit of the doubt. I've only cracked like one iPhone in my life, but the newer models, they've lasted quite well. But if you need to know exactly how much it would take, go ahead and look up drop tests, because there's gonna be plenty of them flying around YouTube right now. Just like the previous model did, this does not have 3D touch like the iPhone X did. Apple has, of course, replaced that with Force Touch, which is more of haptic touch. Honestly, it was one of those features that when Apple introduced it, it wasn't really something that was mainly used, I would say. So the haptic touch is still a great feature to have when you need to do those long presses to do specific things such as send a message, do a quick web browse, call like favorites, things of that nature. Is the iPhone 11 a worthy upgrade? Definitely. Of course, it depends on what model you have. I would say if you have the XR, it's a yes and a no. If pictures are a strong suit for you, that ultra-wide lens could be definitely a decision maker when it comes to an upgrade, especially even the slow fees. I'm going to say that is a cool feature. It's definitely goofy, like the name, but it's a cool feature. But I would honestly say at the same time, if you have an iPhone XR, either jump to the Pro if you really want to have an upgrade like feel, but if you stick with the iPhone XR, you're definitely okay. I don't see the full need to do a jump over to the 11. So will you guys be getting the iPhone 11, or have you already gotten the iPhone 11? Or will you be holding off on upgrading to the next iPhone models are released? Comment down below. And also let me know how I did. Again, this is my first review. I'm very into technology. I actually work in the technology field, but this is definitely something new to me. So there will be some randoms more to come. I'm hoping to get more into it as time progresses. I'm hoping to improve as well. It's definitely a very tough thing to do. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It has been DJ B. Have a great day. Peace out.